Hey, board gamers, BJ from Game Gumbo here, back in the Gumbo Pod with another unboxing. I'm excited about this one. This is Restoration Games bringing back Bruce Lee, but also adding in Muhammad Ali in this brand new box from Unmatched System. Let's get right to the table and see what's inside. All right, super excited to open this one up. Unmatched is one of my favorite games of all time. It's my favorite skirmish game of all time, and we're going to be running a tournament at Southern Board Game Fest, March 20th through the 22nd. The night of Friday, March 20th, will be the tournament itself. Still some tickets available, or still some spots available for that. Get your reservations in. Get your reservations at southernboardgamefest.com. And Restoration Games has always been a big supporter of our Southern Board Game Fest, so I want to thank them. This is a review copy for the Unmatched system. I've bought plenty of Unmatched different sets over the years, but I have also gotten some review copies, so I want to make sure you understood that. Unmatched, of course, skirmish game, 1v1, 2v2, or other different ways to play, including a cooperative way to play that will be featuring on the channel pretty soon. But this one is Bruce Lee versus Muhammad Ali. Two really interesting characters because they're both solos. They're not going to have any sidekicks. This is the smaller box, which usually comes with two characters or two characters plus some sidekicks. And then it usually comes with it usually comes with a battle board map. And so let's take a look. So we got the main core rules that describes, we've seen this before, that shows you how the game is played. The game is pretty simple. You're either going to be maneuvering and drawing cards, or attacking, or playing schemes. And schemes are the little lightning bolt actions that usually do cool stuff. So this all goes through that, each one of the different things. Shows you all the rules. Usually at the back there's some kind of reference to any kind of new ones, but in this one they won't, because they're going to have and there's plenty of photographs and everything on how to do that. This one has a separate set rules. So we'll see what's unique about this set. We've got Bruce Lee, who has some special cards, of course, and Muhammad Ali, who has some special tokens, it looks like. When he's so he's got a token that flips over. When he's on the red side, he's got he adds a value to his combat. When he's on the blue side, he can attack from up to 2 spaces away, floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee, ignoring the space in between. He does not need to be in the same zone as the defender. In this stance, he can attack an adjacent fighter as normal or 1 space farther away. So it's kind of an amalgamation of your melee and also your range weapon, but you don't have to worry about being in the same zone. You can just be 2 spaces away. So he dances away and then with his long reach smacks the other fighter. Additionally, some of Ali's cards have effects that only resolve if he's in the float like a butterfly stance. And they'll have a butterfly stance on that. So we're going to be looking for that. That's interesting. So it's going to come with some health dials, of course, some action cards. I'm going to sleeve those in a little while. Character cards, the butterfly token for Muhammad Ali, and a battle board. All right. Let's take a look. By the way, this game design is by Noah Cohen, Rob Davio, Justin G. Jacobson, and Brian Neff. That's the main designers of the Unmatched system. I'm wondering if there's any kind of, I don't see any specific Unmatched. Okay, so yep. Let's get right to this thing. We've got to have some work to do because we've got to punch these out, but these things are so easy. They come out like this. They've got the dials. You punch the little circles, and then it usually comes with some little black pieces. And these things fit just like that, and that shows you the health that a fighter has. Every single fighter in the game has their own little health dial like this. Some of the sidekicks even have them, depending on what set they have. Okay. We've got the map, and it's double-sided, as you can see. So some of the maps are double-sided because they show more of the artwork, and with less of these solid colors, they just show rings. Although I like seeing the artwork, I do like seeing the colors. But this one instead has 2 unique maps. It's got the Sing Shan Monastery, so from Bruce Lee lore, I'm assuming. And then, of course, it looks like Madison Square Garden or something. No, it's the Thrilla in Manila. Oh, cool. The big fight. The Thrilla in Manila. So it's got the boxing ring where you going. And there's only a couple of ways. 1, 2, 3 or 4 or 5 different ways to get out. And then you could get caught into the crowd. That's kind of a cool map there. I like that. The sets always come with these really well done, what do you call these things? Basically storage systems. So this one in particular, yeah, there's the things that we're going to use to build out the things. Oh, yeah, that's the float like a butterfly. You can attack from 2 spaces away, or sting like a bee, +2 to your attacks. Interesting thing. I'm looking forward to playing that. We'll take a look quickly at the 2 figures. So we've got Muhammad Ali right in a puncher's stance. I'm having trouble getting this one out. We got Muhammad Ali with the puncher stance right there. And then we've got Bruce Lee, who's kind of a stand-up character. It's got this clear plastic thing that makes it look like he's standing up or in a flying kick, actually. The famous Bruce Lee flying kick. But all the sculpts are well done. Some people paint them. I never do, but they're ready to be painted if you want to paint them. I've got a little knife here. Get this quick. Actually, this with the be very easy to do if I flip it right. There we go. Perfect. Got that little gold band. Makes it come off. All right, let's take a look at the Muhammad Ali cards. So every one of the sets comes with this little reference card. It shows you how the game is normally played. Just a reminder on what you can do in your turn. You can do 2 of these 3 actions, either maneuvering and drawing a card, or draw a card, maneuver. And if you can't draw a card, you'll take a damage, or play a lightning bolt, which is the scheme cards, or attack, playing those attack cards. And then on the back side, it usually shows you what the character's special powers are. For instance, Muhammad Ali has the beautiful swing. So that's what the token here. Begin the game with a stance on float like a butterfly. And then after an attack, if you won the combat, you change stances. Interesting. He's a melee fighter, of course, unless he's in float like a butterfly. Then he sort of acts like a range because he can hit 2 spaces away. I think one of the dinosaurs does that also. If I remember, the T-Rex maybe. And then he's got a move of 3 with a stamina of 16. That makes sense for Muhammad Ali, of course. And a movement of 3, he was known as a pretty quick mover. So these are the fighting cards, and you'll see they've got him in action doing the Ali shuffle. And during combat, you can boost this card, boosting, basically adding, throwing extra cards to get more damage. Then we've got stronger than the skill. The greatest of all time, of course, that was his catchphrase. After combat, if you dealt 6 or more combat damage, gain 2 more actions. Well, of course, if he has a big round, he's going after more. Then we've got the dual purpose cards. These are both attack or defense. And things like Champion of the World. Move a fighter in the combat up to 2 spaces, sure. Stick and move, common boxing parlance. During combat, the value of your opponent's card becomes its printed value and cannot change. Prevent that opponent from doing some shenanigans. That's only if you're in the butterfly one. Okay, and then you still deal some damage. Close and clinch. Place him right next to him. That was a big thing he liked to do. Ali clinches the title. Fancy footwork. Move Ali up to 1 space. And if he shares a zone, you can ignore the value of the opponent's card. Oh, shares no zones. That means he's dancing around. Momentous shift. That sounds like a big card. If your fighter started this turn in a different space, this card's value becomes a 5. So a nice little +2. Then we've got the blue cards, which are the defense cards. The famous rope-a-dope, of course. If you lost the combat, he gets 3 health. He did that to Frazier. And also to George Foreman, maybe? I'm trying to remember. The rope-a-dope was the Foreman, right? Hard to be humble. Look at your opponent's hand. I love that. I'm a bad man. He told Howard Cosell that. I'm the greatest. I'm a bad man. And I'm pretty. After combat, move Ali up to 2 spaces. And then he's got some scheme cards. 4 of them. And you can always tell down here, they've got the little signifier that says there's 2 of each. We got Answer the Bell, move them up to 3 spaces, recover some health, and gain an action. That's pretty powerful. Then the Louisville Lip. He was from Louisville, as I recall. Ali recovers 1 health, draws 2 cards, and if you want to combat this turn, each opponent discards a random card. That is all that we've got for Muhammad Ali. He's got the famous Muhammad Ali raising his arms in a boxing ring with the stars. So, yeah, that makes sense for Muhammad Ali. And we'll take a quick look at the Bruce Lee cards. Go. Grab that gold band, pull this off. Bruce Lee, the famous movie fighter. That's he's got the Time of the Dragon on the back. That makes sense. That's the artwork. His special power, fleet of foot. At the end of your turn, you may move Bruce Lee 1 space. Yeah, Bruce Lee is going to dance away at the end of every turn. Super tough to hit. He's got 14. He's a melee, and he's got 3 move. Yeah, Bruce Lee is really tough. I remember playing against him in that single set that I have. We've got the defense cards. He's only got 4 straight defense. Be Like Water. He's got 4 of those. Okay. After combat, return a Jet Kun Do card from your discard pile to your hand. So he's pulling back cards. Again, tough to beat him because it's hard to get him to get down to 0 cards with that. Bruce Lee has another scheme card here called the Nunchaku. Add +1 to the value of his attacks this turn and gain an action. Sweet. Oh, so they kind of mixed in. There's another defense card there. Only 1 of these. Taste of Blood. After combat, if Bruce Lee has 5 or less health, draw 3 cards. So when you get him down to the end, he's going to be drawing lots of cards and then hopefully cycling through. Here's his other scheme card. That is the Bring It On. Choose an opposing fighter in Bruce Lee's zone and place them adjacent to him and gain an action. So pulling the other fighter and then punching him and then dancing away at the end. So, because that's his special power, right? Bruce Lee has the Jeet Kune Do. That's his, I guess that's his, in a long time since I watched a Bruce Lee movie. So it must be the martial arts style that he has. He's got Downward Side Kick, Intercepting Fist, Corkscrew Finger Fan. These are all single cards, so they're all 1 parts. But all of them do a lot of shenanigans during and after the fight. Of course, that makes sense. We've got some more combo cards. And it makes sense that he would have lots and lots of combo cards, each with different values, 1, 2, and 3. Things like Little Dragon. If your hand is empty, the card's value becomes 6, and then you draw 2 cards. Wow, that is pretty powerful. It's been a while since I played Bruce Lee, as you can see. Skirmish, there's 3 of those. Momentous Shift. If Bruce Lee started this turn in a different space, the card's value becomes a 5. Yeah, we've seen that card before. Feint, of course, canceling all effects. You know, I didn't see a feint from Muhammad Ali. Interesting. Most of the sets, almost every one of them, has a feint card. And when they are in the deck, usually there's only 3 of them, so you can play to that. You kind of card count. And then regroup, draw 1 card. If you won the combat, draw 2 cards instead. We've seen that in other sets. Interesting cards from Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, one of big fan favorite out of the Unmatched sets. And so I'm excited that Bruce Lee is back, especially since I don't have my copy anymore. I think I sold it as a donation. So that is the decks that we have. We will definitely be playing this pretty soon. Well, that's a pretty in-depth look at Bruce Lee versus Muhammad Ali. They bring back Bruce Lee and they add in Muhammad Ali. This is a great looking set with lots of cool cards, a double-sided map, and some pretty cool sculpts. I'm looking forward to this. And no sidekicks, because Bruce Lee and Muhammad Ali don't need sidekicks. They're pretty tough characters. My memory of Bruce Lee was that Bruce Lee was pretty unbeatable when we played him. Of course, I haven't played Muhammad Ali, but we'll get that played pretty soon. Thank you to Restoration Games for sending this. Can't wait to get this to the table. And until next time, Laissez, bon temps, rouler.